Hi everyone. So I have been second-hand shopping for over 5 years now, even before I went to this whole zero waste lifestyle. And for me, back then, 5 years ago when I was doing second-hand shopping, it was never the concern for environment for sure. I had no clue, I had no idea about all of this back then. For me, all that mattered at that point was that I was thrifty. I wanted to get more and more products for as less as possible, and for me, it didn't matter whether it was first hand or second hand. And in that way, second hand always seemed like the better option because I usually used to get most of these things for less than half the price, and most of it definitely was really great quality too. In today's video, I will be sharing my knowledge about how you can buy a lot of these items second hand in various platforms and apps that I've been using over the years. I'm so excited to share this information that I've been collecting for so many years now. So now let's just jump into the video on how to shop second hand in India. Okay, number one on my list is my current favorite, which is Facebook Marketplace. So I would be honest and say that earlier, like a year or two ago, I would never ever have checked on Facebook Marketplace for any second-hand items because I didn't know much about it. It was quite new to most of us, I guess. We may still be quite distrustful about the platform, but I would say it is one great platform for anybody who wants to buy second-hand. There is always dealers all over these second-hand markets. When I do check for used items as well, I still see a lot of photos which are all first-hand products sold by dealers. You need to be patient. That's the first thing I said, patience. And my one tip to you would be when you're searching in Marketplace, firstly, search using the term moving out sale. You will see way more than a dozen of options that you can choose from, and mostly everything would be most items that we have at home. Sofas, washing machines, fridges or mixies or things like that we need. Let me just say it's a gold mine for amazing products, and these are all sold by individuals when they're moving out of the house. I'm currently doing the same thing as I'm moving out of this place, and let me say all my products that I've sold it on Marketplace. Definitely scout through the Facebook Marketplace, you will find gems. Okay, the next option would be Quicker. I think Quicker has been around, I don't know, so many years now. I think the most convenient thing about Quicker is that they have delivery too. In Facebook, the buyer needs to pick up their items from the seller. The seller usually does not ship or deliver their items to your house. So Quicker, the biggest advantage is that they do deliver your items, but it will be at a premium price. Because I was looking recently to get some big furniture for around 7,000 or so, and the price came to around 10,000. So I'm basically paying 3,000 extra for them to deliver it. That's the problem with Quicker, and the thing is, it's not the same for every product. For solid furniture, it is always more expensive because the delivery charges have become really high now, unlike earlier. Earlier it used to be around 500 to 700 rupees, but now it's in thousands. And having to pay almost half the price of the product for just shipping hurts us. So that is one problem I have faced, but Quicker also has a lot of good options. I think they have their own brand of selling second-hand or slightly damaged products. My white cupboard, everybody loves it. And that is one I got from Quicker. I got it from their brand. So they usually have these furniture items that are like slightly chipped, or somebody has already unboxed it but then send it back. So these are items that usually get neglected, but you have the option to buy it in Quicker. And if you're trying to sell on Quicker, I think it's more easier because you don't have to bargain. If you hate bargaining, this is a platform that gives you the option of not bargaining and having a fixed price and selling it for that price. So for people who hate bargaining, this would definitely be an ideal app, and I would definitely recommend it. I have bought several items in my house from there previously. For furniture, it's really expensive right now, or maybe it's just for the items I was looking at, but you can always check to see how much the final price becomes. It still remains one of my most used app whenever I'm shifting or needing to buy anything new. The third one is probably one that you are all wondering why I haven't mentioned yet. One which is most commonly known in India, throughout India I would say, is OLX. So OLX I think has been around much longer than even Quicker, but OLX I have bought things before, but usually lighter products that I could myself take home. So those are the products I've bought through OLX before. And one thing about OLX is that it is one of those apps or platforms that everybody knows about. Maybe people don't know about Quicker as much as OLX, and hence you will have way more options on OLX. Again, let me just say, on both OLX and Quicker, just like in Facebook Marketplace, there are a lot of dealers. I'm not saying buying second-hand from dealers is bad. I have done that before. And it's not really bad. They usually give you service, there is warranty for a couple of months and all. So it is safe, and usually these dealers also have free home delivery. So that's usually why we choose those. But I don't like their app and the way it's designed. It just feels super cluttered, and that's the reason I don't always look into OLX, but I do look into it if I don't find it in Facebook or Quicker. It's a platform where people from all cities are able to sell. I remember selling my mom's old baking oven back in Trivandrum for a good price, which was only possible due to OLX. So in even tier 2 cities or tier 3 cities, OLX is probably more popular than Quicker. So if you are from any of these cities, definitely look at OLX. There are so many options, but again, you will have to go pick up the item by yourself, just like Facebook Marketplace. There is no delivery options unless you're buying from dealers. Again, one good thing about OLX is that OLX does not allow you to quote super low. It doesn't let you quote below, I think 20-30% below the actual price rate. So that is a good thing, I would say. This is definitely an app you need to install and use. So the fourth option is Zepho. So this is another app which has been now acquired by Quicker. So one thing where a lot of people might prefer Zepho is that these are mostly items which has been examined and refurbished before they sell it. So they make sure that it's in really great quality when they sell it. The pricing is still quite decent when compared to the actual price of the product. They do have delivery too. So if you are too lazy to go get the thing, this would be another ideal app for you, Zepho. And they do have quite a lot of items, mostly furniture items. So Zepho is definitely one place you could check out for especially furnishing items. It is definitely a great place. So these are all the apps that I generally use for household items, including kitchen items too. So I know a lot of you are still wondering where you can get some second-hand clothing items or accessories or jewelry. I do have some great options for you which I do use even now, and a couple of options which I have used before. Firstly, my favorite is definitely Exchange Room. So Exchange Room used to be this event that we used to have in Bangalore, where we would go on one day from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. We would be able to go there and buy a lot of great second-hand products. I do actually have a great video on my experience with Exchange Room. If you want to know details on it, make sure to go check out this video over here. So Exchange Room, right now, they're not able to obviously have events, but now they do have an online store available on Instagram. So I will put their link in the description for definitely go check out their page. They do have great clothing, they have shoes, they have bags, they have earrings and necklaces and all those things. They have really amazing quality things. The second app that I used to use was the one called ThisForThat. So basically in this app, the whole concept is for giving something and getting something. You usually don't have a lot of money to deal with buying or selling. Usually what you do is you upload something, somebody wants something from you, and in exchange you see whether you want something from them or if you want some credit instead, which you can later use to get something else from the app. So you have to put your items for any amount above 500, I think. 500 rupees, I think, is the minimum that you have to charge for anything. So if it's cheaper items, you will probably have to bunch it together to sell it. I have actually sold a couple of my makeup items through that, and I actually got my favorite handbag from there second hand for really cheap. It got exchanged for a couple of makeup items I didn't need. ThisForThat is another app that I have used. So finally, I have a couple of tips for you which would hopefully help you out in figuring out how to do this in the best and safest way. So again, safety is a very huge concern when it comes to second-hand buying, because we see a lot of scams happening and we don't want to be a part of it, right? So one thing I would say is always make sure that you verify the seller you get anything from. Anything at all. And always, especially if you are buying from Quicker or OLX, make sure that you actually go see the product before you get it, because you don't want to be compromising on the quality of the product that you are buying. Don't see just pictures and pay the money and get it delivered to your home. Make sure that you go see it before you get it. Especially when you're looking for smaller products, make sure that you go out and buy it from them in public. And if you are somebody who's going to their home to get something, always make sure that you go with somebody with you, because again, you just need to be safe and you don't want to take any chance. There is a lot of scammers in this online platform, so make sure that you are not getting scammed. So these are all the apps that I have been using for over 5 years now for getting second-hand products. So if you are somebody who's looking to buy something new, I would say that you should try out these apps first before you go get a completely new product. I'm not saying that you may be able to buy everything from these yet, because we don't have proper second-hand shops, physical shops in India yet. And if you don't find anything from here that you do want to get, then yeah, you may have to go for first-hand. But there are plenty of options that you can definitely check out in these platforms. So make sure to at least look through them before you settle for a first-hand product maybe. So anyway, I hope that you were able to understand how you can get a lot of things in India for second-hand. So let me know in the comments below if you would want to see a second-hand haul video. If you want to see one of those, make sure to comment below and let me know, and I will probably shoot that for you. So I will see you again in the next videos. Until then, bye bye.